Hello and welcome back to my blog. Today I'm reading from God Bless America. I was having a hard time finding inspiration. I had a few different things I thought about talking about, and I just started flopping around through my books. And I want to read a little bit out of this. And who knows, I might come back to it another day. I'm going to read from chapter 8, and it's about medical dogmas and lies. Jump in here. Medical dogmas are lies that doctors will profess to be a medical fact. If they base their diagnosis, treatment plan, and prescriptions for you on these medical dogmas, the odds are you won't live to be 100 years of age. The odds are you will suffer from polypharmacy and be sick and miserable over the last 15 to 20 years of your life. Dr. Wallach and I know of at least 500 medical dogmas and lies that make humans miserable, turn us into slaves of the medical system, and shorten the lifespan of Americans. The following are just a few of the major medical dogmas and lies. Knowing these medical dogmas and lies for what they are, knowing what to correctly do to protect ourselves from these outrages, will free you from medical slavery, save you an enormous amount of unnecessary misery, save you a gob of money, and add many healthful years to your life. I'm skipping to the one on diabetes. I have quite a few friends with diabetes. They prefer medication. Diabetes. Diabetes is being diagnosed in epidemic numbers in America. 1 million new cases each year. There are 32 million diabetics in the United States, or fully 12% of the nearly 300 million Americans. Adult onset type 2 diabetics make up 95% or 29 million of the diabetic population. They make more insulin than non-diabetics, sometimes as much as 10 times more insulin than non-diabetics. Type 1 or juvenile onset diabetics do not make any insulin. The differential diagnosis of type 2 or type 1 diabetes used to be easy. One could simply diagnose it by age of onset. Under the age of 12 years, type 1. Over the age of 45 years, type 2. These historically well demarcated age differences between type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes have now merged together and cannot be diagnosed simply by age of onset. The diagnosis of type 2 diabetes has soared in Americans in their 30s. The age group that has the most rapid increase in rate of diagnosis of type 2 diabetes are kids under the age of 12. There is currently an epidemic of new diabetes cases in America. 1 million new cases per year. There are two reasons for this epidemic: a significant increase in America's intake of sugar and carbohydrates, and a rapid fall in the intake of the mineral cofactors necessary, i.e. chromium and vanadium, for insulin to function properly. In 1948, the level of chromium in American blood was 28 micrograms per liter. Today, it is 0.13 micrograms per liter. Drastic drops in soil levels of chromium and vanadium and the almost exclusive use of processed white flour in breads and pasta has all but eliminated optimal levels of chromium and vanadium from American food supplies. The only way to guarantee enough chromium and vanadium in the American diet to prevent and reverse hypoglycemia and all of its manifestations, i.e. ADD, ADHD, panic attacks, anxiety attacks, rage, depression, manic depression, bipolar diseases, narcolepsy, hyperinsulinemia, and adult onset type 2 diabetes, is to supplement daily with optimal levels of chromium and vanadium. According to the USDA in 1895, Americans were eating about a half pound of sugar per person per year. This increased steadily to 157 pounds of sugar per person per year, almost half a pound each day, by 1999. This huge increase in American sugar consumption reflects an almost total dependence on boxed, packaged, bottled, and canned foods, especially soft drinks, juices, candy, and cold cereals. The acceptance of this much sugar in the American diet is also a reflection of mineral deficiencies and the resultant pica behavior and a craving for sweets or salt. A 2002 Harvard School of Public Health study of 42,504 men between the ages of 40 and 75 showed that men who frequently eat hot dogs, bacon, sausage, and other sugar-containing processed meats are 46% more likely to develop type 2 diabetes than men who eat less of the food. The big increase in risk came among men who ate the processed meats 5 times or more each week. This effect is dose-related. The more you eat of these foods, the higher the risk, says Frank Hugh, senior author of the study. Adult-onset type 2 diabetes is a simple mineral deficiency disease that was eliminated as a disease in laboratory and pet animals fed complete dietary formulas as early as 1957. Complete chromium and vanadium supplement programs employed in humans based on these animal formulas have been extremely successful in lowering blood sugar levels and reducing the need for, or even totally wean off of, insulin and other diabetes medication. One must take and record their blood sugar levels each morning, and their medicine, insulin or pills, levels must be adjusted to prevent insulin shock. Remember, adult-onset type 2 diabetics make lots of insulin. If the fact that adult-onset type 2 diabetes was known to be a simple mineral deficiency disease since 1957, when Dr. Walter Mertz published his landmark PhD thesis in Federation Proceedings, the official journal of the National Institute of Health, how come your doctor has not told you? The GAO says that each diabetic over the 25 to 40 years they live after diagnosis is worth to their doctors between $600,000 to $750,000. How many doctors do you know who are honest enough to give up $750,000 to tell you the truth? Iron deficiency anemia is treated with iron supplements. No money here. While adult-onset diabetes type 2, a deficiency disease of chromium and vanadium, and its complications are treated with amputations of toes, feet, and legs, kidney dialysis, kidney transplant, angiograms, angioplasty, stents, coronary bypass surgery, heart transplant, lowering cholesterol, laser treatment of detached retinas, cataract surgery, peripheral neuropathies, and prescriptions for high blood pressure. Lots of money here. Cha-ching, cha-ching. And so that's where I'm stopping for today. Make it a great day, and bye for now.